We'll just come to lying down comfortably on your back. Allow your feet to spread out, your palms to rest, and feel the weight of your head sink into the mat. Like you could detect the imprint that it makes. And once you feel relaxed and limp just laying here, start to take some deeper breaths. Full body inhales and full exhales. And just spend this first moment of class getting your breath in order. Deeply in, fully out. So as we take the rest of this class, as we add movements to it, don't worry too much about how pretty it looks, about how deep your stretch is, but how comfortable you can breathe into it, how stable you can be in these postures. With your next inhale, take a full body stretch. Point your toes and your fingers. Get long here. Right. And on an exhale, draw your knees up to your chest. Give a little hug, a little squeeze. Find some motion side to side. Just checking in with the body. And once more, breathe in to re-extend. Point your fingers, your toes. Get a little longer. Each stretch is a slightly different. Breathe into that. And draw your knees back up to your chest. And start to rock forward and back along the length of your spine. No hurry here. Forward and back, making your way up slowly to a standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Pedal it out here, bend the knees one at a time. And check in with your default level of neck tension. What do you walk around with? Could you let any of that go? Just right here, let gravity draw you closer. Try to let the head hang heavy. And with your next inhale, slowly rise all the way up to your mountain pose. Arms reach up overhead. Deeply inhale. And hold here for your exhale. Connect your feet into the ground by lifting your arches. Take a slight bend in your knees. Engage your glutes. Engage your core. Widen your chest, then reach all the way through your fingertips. Take one more inhale here. And with your exhale, slowly cactus your arms under some tension. All right, keep a slight tension, then breathe in, re-extend your arms back up overhead. With your exhale, cactus. Do this a couple times. As you reach up, palms rotate in, and as you cactus, they rotate forward. So get that full range. Yeah. Good. Then take your hands to interlace behind your head. All right. And then we're going to keep the hands just like this, the arms wide. Try to pull them a little bit wider so there's the tension. Then start to roll your head left to right across your arms like they were a belt. So look to the right and then look to the left and just roll back and forth. Keeping your hands and wrists in this same position. They don't move. They just draw your head back and forth. All right. Then let's look to the right and reach your right elbow up towards the ceiling. And feel this stretch all the way down your side body through to your right pinky toe. Then breathe in back to center and look to the left and reach through the left elbow. Feel the stretch all the way down your side body. All right, and do this a couple times back and forth. Inhale to center. Exhale, look to the right and lean. All right. As you take this movement, see that your feet and legs are still solid. But we're not just stretching the neck here. The whole body is involved. All right. Then breathe in back to center and lean your head back into your hands. Look up just slightly. Keep your core tight so you're responsible for this slight back bend. Breathe into it. Good. Then come back up. And option to keep your hands behind your head as you fold forward. Release them if that doesn't feel good. And then find a little movement side to side, forward to back. Just allow your spine to shift freely. And release your hands on down to the ground. Plant your palms, fingers spread out wide. And go ahead and step back to a high plank pose. Straight line from your heels to your shoulders. Press your toes away from you. Engage your glutes. Navel, and keep the shoulders low away from the ears. Then lift the back of your head towards the ceiling. And tuck your chin just slightly so you feel the back of the neck lengthen. And slowly lower all the way down, keeping that same length in your neck. Zip your legs together. Inhale, low cobra. Lift your chest up from the ground, keeping that length in your neck. Breathe in, low shoulders. With your exhale, come on down. Tuck your toes. Breathe in, push up, high plank. Yes. On your exhale, downward facing dog. And pedal it out here. Feel this downward dog. What's it like today? How is it different from any other downward dog that you've experienced? And breathe in. Lift your right leg high. Point the toes straight back. And then draw your heel to glute. Open your hips towards the right. Yeah. Good. Feel that stretch all along your side body. Then draw your knee to your right elbow. Good. Hold here. Just bring it to your nose. And step through your low lunge. Lower the back knee. And rise to your kneeling crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Draw the left knee forward. Right heel draws back. All right. Feel the strength in your feet here. Even the back foot is part of this. And let your hips sink a little closer towards your heel. Then lean your arms and ears back and line together. All right. So you're structurally sound from the ground all the way through your fingertips. There are no leaks in your strength. All right. Then press your palms together overhead and then pull them down to prayer. Then grab your right thigh with your left hand and reach your right hand out behind you. Use that hand to thigh leverage to graduate the twist slowly deeper, not rushing it. Go where your body's ready to. All right, don't force it to go further. One more deep inhale. Then stay twisted. Just bring your hands to prayer, left elbow to your thigh. A little bit of a deeper twist, but go there with a stable core. All right, keep it tight to protect your bones, your joints. All right, one more. Full body inhale. Let it go. Beautiful. Then plant your palms on the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift that knee, and reach your right hand up for the ceiling. Nice open twist. And once you get up there, check back in with the ground. See your feet are still contributing. All right, that front knee isn't skewing out to the side. Your core is still stable. Your left shoulder is away from the ear. Take one more breath in. And with your exhale, bring it down. And step back to a high plank. And set up your straight lines, your long neck. Take one more breath in. With your exhale, let's lower halfway down. Keep that long neck. Flip your feet, upward dog. Breathe in, low shoulders. On your exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here, check in with your down dog. All right, see if you could let go any tension in the neck. Yeah, just let it hang heavy. All right, then let's breathe in, lift your left leg high. Point the toes straight back, feel that length. Then start to stack your hips open. All right, shoulders stay here. All right, yes, good. Then draw your knee towards your left elbow, your nose. Then step through your low lunge. Lower your back knee, rise to your kneeling crescent posture. And feel your legs scissor towards each other, and feel that create some stability in your legs. Just feel those muscles turn on, and feel it turn on in your core. Feel the width of your chest, and lean back. All right. Keeping your structure intact, not sacrificing that for a deeper bend. All right, then press your palms together. Feel that closed chain of activity. Then pull them down to prayer. All right, maintaining your long spine, grab your thigh, reach your left hand back. Yeah. Inhale, still reaching longer through your spine. And exhale's twisting just a little deeper. Not trying to rush it, not forcing it. All right, one more, fully in. Good. And keep the twist, just bring your hands to prayer, elbow to your thigh. Yeah, a little bit deeper here, but again, you're not forcing it. You're patient with your practice. All right, your breaths are of a high quality. All right, so let's get one more. Deeply in, fully out. Good. And let's plant your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift that knee. Keep the right shoulder low as the left arm reaches up, your open twist. And see that your feet connect to your hips. Your arms connect to your shoulders. All right, and feel those connections. Feel that stability here. And come back down with your hands and step back to your high plank. Breathe in, shift forward, and keep your neck long as you vinyasa or skip this. Feel free to, skip this sometimes. We'll meet back in downward dog. Couple deep breaths. Feel it out. How's it change? How does your yoga evolve in minutes? Right. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, come up to the top of your mat. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Settle into your hips. Then check on your feet. Are the toes visible? If not, can we send the hips a little further back? That weight goes more towards your heels. Deeply inhale. And palms press together overhead. Pull them down to prayer. And then twist your left elbow to your right thigh. Yeah. And consider this left knee. If it came forward, right, let's keep it in line. Let's keep it stable, right? Low hips. All right, then you might look down to your toes for some balance. Then start to lift your left heel up from the ground. Yeah. Keeping the ball of the foot pressed in, then start to float the whole foot. Just a little from the ground. But maintain your strength in that foot. Don't let it go limp. carefully step it back to your crescent twist. Yes. Breathe deeply, folks. Work towards a long, straight back leg, a long neck, crown of your head getting pulled towards the mirrors. All right, then you can even look in the direction of your twist. You might look towards the ceiling. Take one more in and out. Good. With your next inhale, high crescent lunge. Arms come up overhead. Then reconnect your feet into the ground. Reestablish your foundation. Feel the connection through your legs, hips, all the way up through your fingertips. All right, do this checklist on your body. See, the whole thing is contributing. One more in. With your exhale, warrior two. Open up wide. Wide chest, hips wide, but the shoulders get low. All right, and think of the hips getting low as you create more space here. Take it. All right, then reverse warrior. Breathe in, reach your right arm up. Bring the hips back down if they came up, maybe even lower if there's space. One more in. With your exhale, low lunge. Bring it down. Take your right leg up, three-legged downward dog. Right. Then shift forward to your plank. Option to float the foot as you vinyasa or straight back to your downward facing dog. Not trying to rush it, still just trying to feel each movement and each portion of the movement. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, come up to the top. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Long arms and low hips. Toes visible. Deep breaths. And bring your palms firmly together overhead. Pull them down to prayer and twist. Right elbow to left. Yeah. Then keep your knees in line if they came out. Low hips, try to bring them lower than the heart. Easy breath. Then you can look at your feet for balance if you like. And start to just lift the heel. All right, still strengthen the ball of the foot, then lift that. Keep your strength in it. Then start to send the foot back like you're driving it through a wall. Slowly and steadily. Your crescent prayer twist. Breathe, y'all. Those deep breaths, calm your body, calm your mind, and just give your body that message that you got this. All right, you're fine here. Let's get one more in and out. Good. Breathe in to your high crescent lunge. Arms come up nice and tall. Then reestablish your foundation from the ground, through the legs, through the hips, all the way. Check in with the whole body here. All right, inhabit the whole body. Take one more fully in. With your exhale, warrior two. Yes. Well, think of stretching the mat out with your feet, lifting your arches. All right. Breathe, y'all. Next, inhale, reverse your warrior as you keep the hips low. Yeah, keep driving that front knee forward. One more in. With your exhale, low lunge. Bring it down. All right, take your three-legged dog. Left leg comes up. Then shift forward to your plank. Vinyasa of your choice or straight to down dog. Yes. Take a couple breaths. Check in. That's your body, okay? That's your practice. Oh, take notes, right? Draw pictures. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, come up to the top. Come on down to a seat and onto your back. All right. We'll take your legs up into the air. And we're going to start just pointing your toes, your feet towards the ceiling. Try to get them long. And feel that stretch all the way down to your hips. Then point the toes to your knees and feel the stretch all the way down to your glutes. Yeah. Do that back and forth a couple times. Then we're going to keep the feet flat and just do that with your big toes. So wiggle your big toes up and down. Then let's try just the other 4 toes. Wiggle them up and down. All right. Then spread all 10 toes out wide, flare them, and then curl in from the pinky, second, third toe, all the way in like a ripple. Do that a few times. All right. Then always the option to bend your knees to make it more pleasant. But let's take your fingertips behind your ears. All right. And let's take a full body inhale. Use the full exhale to lift your face and your chest straight up towards the ceiling. All right. Then use the full inhale to lower back down. And the full exhale to lift you back up. Continue this movement at your pace, reaching your nose towards the ceiling, not towards your thighs. And keeping the elbows wide. Two more dedicated breath cycles. And let your hands come down outside your hips. And point your toes towards the ceiling. And then lower your right leg down to about a hover. And we're going to draw tiny little circles with that leg. Yeah, little circles, but deep breaths. Always the option to bend your left leg, but you still keep the toes solid. One more breath. And lift the leg back up. And keep your toes long. Lower the other leg down. Little circles, but keep it tight. Nice. One more breath here. Good. Then lift your legs back up and point your toes to your knees. Drive the heels and then lower about halfway down. And point the toes forward long and point them to your knees. Keep them pointed to the knees. Take one more breath in and slowly lower all the way down. Yeah. Easy. Then bend your legs, feet to the ground. Separate the feet wider than your hips. Breathe in. Keep your feet pressing. On your exhale, slowly draw your knees to the right. And with your inhale, lift the knees back up to center. And with the exhale, they fall to the left. Back and forth. Movement guided by and supported by your breath. Yeah. Good. And start to rock up and down the length of your spine. Or draw the knees back up to your chest. Rock up and down. Forward and back. Couple of times. Making your way to a seat and then cross your legs. Plant your palms. Take your vinyasa. Back to your downward dog. Might like to hold upward dog a little longer this time, just to stretch your front line out. Just to stretch all the muscles that may feel a little tight. And take a few breaths here. See how the down dog changes. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, come up to the top. Breathe in, chair pose. Get tall. And exhale, right arm swings onto the left. Eagle arms. Inhale fully. And with your exhale, elbows to your hips. Round it down. Relax your neck here. The head won't fall off. Work to keep the hips low. And breathe in to lift your shoulders back up. Take your right knee up too, and then cross it over for your full eagle. And you always have the option to use your right toes as a kickstand. But see that they don't go limp wherever they are. And breathe in to unwind your arms. Reach them up overhead. Deeply inhale. Then palms to prayer and twist your left elbow to your right thigh. Good. Easy. Steady breaths. Tell your body it's okay. You got this. All right. And with your next inhale, arms come up overhead. Right knee up towards your chest. And with stability, step back to your high crescent lunge. Breathe in deeply. And with your exhale, warrior two. Open that up. Low hips, low shoulders. Breathe in, shift forward through the shoulders. And with your exhale, side angle. Tick-tock your arms to 6 and 12. Yeah. Breathe. Your arch is still lifted. All right. You still feel the strength in your legs and your foundation. Then look just in front of your left toes. And as your back heel starts to leave the ground, keep it strong. As the toes start to leave the ground, pretend you're still standing on it. And come up to your balancing. Just floating into it. But you keep that strength just as strong when you leave the ground, so you have a seamless transition between ground and balance. Send your body those calming signals by breathing deeply. One more in. And with your exhale, carefully lower the foot to the back of your mat. Reverse warrior. Breathe into it. With your exhale, low lunge. Bring it down. Breathe in. Take your left leg up nice and high. Point the toes straight back. Carefully stack your hips. Carefully flip your dog, landing on those pointed toes. Stable. Breathe in to lift your hips up. With your exhale, keep the core tight as you come back to your three-legged posture. Knee to your left elbow. Then to your nose. To your right elbow. Hold here, just extend the leg for your fallen triangle. Right hand reaches up. Then press your hands and feet into the ground. Lift your hips, inhale. With your exhale, come back to your plank. Take your vinyasa or straight back to your downward dog. However you like. Couple deep breaths. Feel it out. Any changes, take notes. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, come up, top of your mat. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. And feel your structure from the ground up. Feel complete, feel stable. And sweep your left arm under the right. Find a nice grip. You always have that option to grab opposite shoulders. Point as you feel the opening the shoulder blades. Then draw your elbows down to your hips. Relax your neck here. Create free pathways in your neck. Let everything pass easily. And with your next inhale, come up with your left knee too. And then with the exhale, guide it over the other leg. Yeah. Stable body parts are easier to control, so if you move your leg through the air, act like it's moving through concrete. All right, unwind your arms on your inhale, and then bring your palms together and twist right elbow to your left thigh. Good. Breathe, folks. Even though you're compressed here, give your body a full breath still. With your next inhale, arms come up overhead, left knee up to your chest, and carefully step it back to your high crescent lunge. Yeah, move through that concrete. Nice. Breathe in here. And exhale, warrior two. Open it up. Yeah. Stretch the mat out with your feet. Good. And shift forward through your shoulders and tick-tock to your side angle. Right? And check back in. Feet are solid. Keep that solid strength in your back foot as it starts to leave the ground. So it's a seamless transition to your balancing posture. All right. And you might look at the ground in front of your toes to help you balance. And think of moving through concrete. So even when it leaves the ground, it's still solid. There were no breaks in your strength, no leaks. Relax the muscles in your face, your neck. All right, because it's just yoga, it's just fancy stretching. Don't worry about it. One more in. Ride the exhale down. Float down, still seamless as you land. Reverse warrior, breathe into it. With your exhale, low lunge. Bring it down. And take your three-legged dog, right leg up and back. Point the toes as you stack. Keep them pointed as you flip. Land on that point. Yes. Breathe in to lift the hips up. Tight core as you exhale. Back to your three-legged posture. Knee to your right elbow, to your nose. Your left elbow, fallen triangle. Breathe. Even here, apply that idea of seamless transition through concrete. Inhale. With your exhale, come back to your plank. Step back, vinyasa of your choice, or straight to your downward dog. Yes. Nice, y'all. Take a couple breaths here. And breathe in. Lift your right leg high. And exhale, knee to your right elbow. Then step outside of your right hand for lizard. Bring it pretty close to your hand. Try to eliminate any gaps. And feel free to rest if you'd like to lower the back knee or the forearms. But consider the neck and keeping it long. Just like we did earlier in your plank. Don't let it collapse, because it'll take the rest of your spine with it. Then you can draw the knee out to the side, lifting the inside edge of the foot so that you rock to the pinky edge. And press through that pinky edge of your foot. Then draw it back in and press through the big toe. Do this back and forth a couple times. And just see like your pinky and your big toe are two different switches that have control and influence up your leg. And see what kind of control they have. Then re-extend your right leg up for your three-legged downward dog. Move it around. Just circulating, okay? Just bringing movement into it. Then draw your knee towards your right wrist for your half pigeon. Point the left toes straight back. Get tall, right? Think your spine is a little longer. And you can even hold here if you like. But if you like, you can come down with your shoulders and chest over the shin. Yeah. Breathe, y'all. Restorative, thoughtful breaths, okay? Take each one. Each breath is full. And let's get 3 more. Your most nourishing breaths. And start to come back up. For any movements that you like to recirculate. Okay, so a tabletop or a downward dog. Move the leg around. Feel the rush of energy and blood back into it. All the way into the toes. Wiggle your toes to support that. Yeah. And take your left leg up nice and high. And bring your knee to your left elbow. And step outside the hand, your lizard. All right. And set this up. Work to match the variations you took on the other side. So your spine is still intact, structurally sound. And you're feeling each body part, even the ones you're not actively stretching, even your toes behind you. All right. And then you can start to rock out to the side with that knee. Press through the pinky toe. And then back in. Not going for the deepest stretch, going for the most stable, most secure stretch. Back and forth. Take that movement. Pinky toe, big toe. And then come up to your 3-legged posture. Move the leg around. And then draw the knee up towards your wrist. And keep your legs strong as you set up your half pigeon. Stable, right? Not too much use for passive stretching. Even though it's kind of compressed here, make sure you're giving your body full breaths. You're still taking it all in. And let's get 3 more. Healthy size breaths. Ones that go all the way down to your toes. Yeah, nice breath, y'all. Then come up slowly, carefully, being observant as you come back. Take your 3-legged posture, tabletop or downward dog. Move the whole leg and see how the ankle, knee, and hip all work together in harmony to make a leg. Then step up to the top of your mat. Come on down to a seat and onto your back. Bring your knees up to your chest. And give yourself, or you can grab your shins or your feet from the outside and give yourself some movement side to side and front to back. Just feel the hips and the low back work together harmoniously. And extend your legs up into the air. Take one last final inhale. And with the exhale, slowly lower all the way down, setting up for your Shavasana. What can you let go of right here? All that activity we just talked about, you keeping structurally sound. Well, now your structure is not important. Think of just letting it all go. And allow the breath to pass through without your influence. You're just an observer.